The room was glowing in soft amber light, shadows stretching like brush strokes across the walls. The air carried a hush, as though the universe itself had slowed just to watch what was unfolding. Two women stood close, so close their breaths intertwined, their bodies leaning together in perfect rhythm. The blonde woman's hair shimmered in gentle waves, each curl catching the light as though it were spun from gold. Her lips parted with anticipation, her chest rising and falling in delicate motion. Opposite her, the brunette's dark, silken hair framed her face like a curtain, her eyes heavy with desire yet softened with warmth. When their lips finally met, the kiss felt like the world holding its breath. It wasn't hurried, it wasn't fleeting, it was deliberate, cinematic, and powerful, each second charged with intimacy that pulsed like electricity. The sound of the kiss was quiet but real, like silk brushing silk. The blonde tilted her head, deepening the connection, and the brunette responded immediately, her hands lifting to cradle her partner's face. The contact was gentle yet grounding, pulling her deeper into the moment. Their mouths moved together with a rhythm that was as natural as breathing, slow, lingering, and impossibly hot. Every couple listening could feel it. The chemistry, the warmth, the fire that grew in quiet waves between them. It wasn't just a kiss. It was an invitation into intimacy, a cinematic sequence designed to awaken something primal yet comforting in every heart. The brunette pressed forward slightly, her lips sliding against the blonde's in a tender, sultry rhythm. Their kiss was slow but insistent, filled with pauses where they hovered breath to breath, only to crash back together with even greater passion. The golden glow illuminated every detail, the slight parting of lips, the deepening sighs, the brush of noses as they shifted. Each second was like a frame from a film reel, flawless in its clarity, thousand in its sensual sharpness. Her hands, once resting against soft cheeks, began to drift lower, tracing the neckline of the blonde's red strap, pausing to savor the warmth beneath. Not rushed, not wild, simply cinematic, sensual, and magnetic. The blonde's response was to lean closer, lips parting wider, tongue brushing softly as though teasing the edge of a secret. Their breaths quickened, their kiss intensifying, but it never lost its beauty. Even in its heat, it was tender, safe, and grounding. Couples listening would lean into each other at this moment. They could feel the spark transferring, the fire igniting, reminding them of their own hidden intimacy. The kiss described wasn't distant, it was real, relatable, and designed to awaken the same urge in every listener. The brunette broke away only slightly, their lips brushing as she whispered, "You taste like fire." The blonde's answer came in the form of another kiss, deeper and more lingering than before, silencing words with lips that spoke louder than language. Their mouths moved with rhythm, pressing, pulling, parting, then pressing again. The kiss wasn't a single act, but an endless flow, a dance of lips and breath. The blonde reached upward, fingers threading into her partner's hair, holding her close as though letting go was impossible. She tilted her head further, creating angles that let the kiss deepen, linger, burn hotter. Their lips grew glossier with each press, the softness mixing with heat, a cinematic glow across their skin. Their kiss was alive, sometimes slow, sometimes urgent, always irresistible. Every detail was cinematic. The way their noses brushed, the way the blonde let out a quiet hum that melted into the brunette's mouth, the way the brunette's thumb traced slow circles along her cheek. It was passion distilled into motion. Minutes passed, yet the kiss never weakened. It shifted, evolving from soft to fiery, from fiery to tender, then looping back again. The rhythm was endless, hypnotic, capable of holding any couple listening in its embrace. The golden light shimmered once more across the room, turning their embrace into a masterpiece. Lips moved with precision, as though choreographed for eternity. Their breaths grew heavier, but the warmth between them only thickened. The brunette kissed her with an urgency that spoke of hunger, yet still safe and grounding. The blonde answered with equal heat, lips clinging as though afraid the kiss might vanish. Couples listening couldn't resist leaning closer. The scene was too magnetic to reel. It wasn't just a story, it was a spark, a flame designed to be mirrored. The blonde pulled back for only a moment, lips swollen, cheeks flushed. Her eyes opened just slightly, shining like candlelight. "Don't stop," she whispered, and the brunette didn't. She pressed her lips back into hers, slower this time, savoring every curve, every sigh. Their mouths moved as though they were rediscovering each other with each kiss, as though passion itself lived inside the contact of their lips. The kiss became softer, then deeper, then softer again. A rhythm like waves against the shore, always returning, always endless. Every kiss was a story, every press of lips a promise, every pause an invitation for more. And the world outside, it had disappeared completely, folding into itself. Each kiss felt endless, yet fleeting, making them hungry for more. The air in the room thickened with a kind of sweetness that was hard to describe, a mix of passion and serenity. It wasn't just attraction, it was connection, raw and real. The scene shimmered like a cinematic moment, something you'd want to replay endlessly in 4,000 clarity, every detail sharp, every breath audible. As their kiss softened, Emma rested her forehead against Sophia's. Both of them were smiling now, their lips still tingling, their cheeks flushed with warmth. "You feel like home," Emma whispered, her voice hushed but steady. Sophia closed her eyes, taking in those words like they were the safest truth she had ever heard. She replied in the same quiet tone, "And you feel like forever." They stayed wrapped in each other's arms, swaying slightly, like dancers caught in a song only they could hear. Every listener, every couple hearing this, could sense the heat simmering beneath the tenderness. It wasn't explicit. It didn't need to be. The closeness alone was enough to stir something deep, something that made hearts race faster. This was love painted in firelight and shadows, modern yet timeless. The night carried them to the couch, where they sat side by side, still and willing to let go of each other's hands. Emma leaned against Sophia's shoulder, her red dress glowing like a spark in the dim room. Sophia kissed the top of Emma's head, a gesture so simple yet so full of intimacy that it could melt anyone listening. They laughed softly between stolen kisses, their voices mixing with the quiet hum of the city outside, creating a lullaby of passion and comfort. Every detail of their evening was cinematic, the way light traced the curves of their faces, the way their fingers intertwined naturally, the way each kiss carried the weight of desire but also the gentleness of care. Couples hearing their story could imagine themselves in this scene, feeling the same rush of closeness, the same fire beneath calm breathing. The story was named between breaths, and Sophia replied with a soft laugh, her lips pressing back against Emma's with renewed heat. Every a mirror for every couple listening, a reminder of connection, desire, and the beauty of letting yourself burn gently in someone else's arms. This was not fantasy, it was real, it was human, and it was unforgettable. They weren't just two women kissing, They were two souls writing a love scene with every brush of lips, every shared glance. And the world, if it could see them, would stop to watch, unable to look away, unwilling to let the moment end. This was the kind of story you don't just hear, you feel it, you live it. And for couples listening, it was more than words. It was an experience, one that lingered in the body like a gentle flame, keeping them warm long after the last line had been spoken.